Welcome to my channel, the battle beneath the earth and sky. Across the ancient world, water was never just a resource, it was a declaration. In the blistering Mediterranean sun, Roman aqueducts soared like stone rivers, their graceful arches bending the sky itself, proclaiming mankind's triumph over nature's chaos. Meanwhile, deep beneath the Persian sands, hidden from the sun's gaze and the eyes of conquerors, a quiet marvel carried life silently through the darkness. The Qanat, a subterranean lifeline, carved with painstaking care, guiding water beneath the earth in secret. Two empires, two visions, one relentless pursuit, to command water, to command life. The Romans, heirs to Greek precision and Etruscan craft, raised monuments that spoke to gods and emperors alike, bold, visible, unyielding. The Persians, heirs of Babylonian wisdom and Zoroastrian balance, turned inward, building hidden veins of life that endured in silence, unseen yet eternal. This is not merely a story of pipes and stones. It is the story of empires etched in water, of civilizations waging a battle beneath earth and sky, the thirst of empires. In lands where rain was scarce and drought a looming shadow, water shaped the fate of empires. Persia stretched from the Indus to the Aegean, a realm of sun-baked plateaus and hidden wells. There, beneath the cracked earth, engineers dared to dream of tunnels, gently sloping, carved by hand, that would draw water from unseen reservoirs and carry it miles in silence. These Qanats were lifelines, born of necessity and ingenuity, threading through the desert like veins. Centuries later, Rome swelled beyond 1 million souls. Wells and cisterns could no longer quench her thirst. The answer was audacity itself, to pull water from distant mountain springs, to channel it over hills and valleys in triumphal aqueducts that climbed toward the heavens. Rome's conquest of water was a conquest of ambition. Where Persia hid its genius underground, Rome flaunted it in stone. Two empires, each mastering water in their own vision, both shaping the destiny of their peoples. Engineering the invisible and the imposing, the Qanat begins in darkness, a deep mother well, sunk far below the earth's surface, reaching into the hidden water table. From this well, a tunnel is bored with astonishing precision, barely sloping, carved with human hands and minds honed by generations. Vertical shafts punctuate the earth, breathing life and air into the darkness, granting passage to those who maintain the veins of life below. Contrast this with Rome's spectacle, aqueducts that blend utility with grandeur. Underground conduits run unseen, but where nature demands, arches rise, towering stone arcades spanning valleys, proclaiming imperial might. The Aqua Claudia, the Aqua Marcia, these are not mere pipes but monuments of audacity, carved in stone and ambition. Persia's engineers demanded invisibility, endurance, humility before nature's rhythm. Rome demanded audacity, precision, and geometry as an expression of empire's power. Water as statecraft. Water was power and power was water. In Persia, Qanats were woven into the fabric of village life, family legacies passed down, communal efforts tied to ancient wisdom. The Achaemenid kings ruled from afar, but the Qanat's strength was local, humble, enduring. Even Alexander, upon conquering Persia, understood their vital secret and kept them alive. Rome's aqueducts told a different story. These were projects of the state, built by imperial decree, managed by Senate officials and water commissioners. The flow of water mirrored the flow of Roman order, hierarchical, bureaucratic, unyielding. 11 great aqueducts carried life into the city, watched over by inspectors and laws, a symbol of civilization's relentless order. Two approaches to governance. Two empires, each channeling water to reflect their soul. Belief systems in stone and clay. Water was sacred in Persia, an element pure and untouchable. Zoroastrian priests guarded its sanctity, warning that pollution was a crime against the cosmos itself. The Qanats' hidden paths mirrored the divine order, a delicate balance between man and nature, echoing Ahura Mazda's eternal harmony. For the Romans, water was a tool of dominion. Their gods and nymphs may have whispered in springs and rivers, but their aqueducts were monuments to human mastery. Concrete and lead, arches and pipes, symbols of civilization bending the wild world to its will. Two spiritual economies, one preserving nature's balance, the other reshaping it. Both harnessed water to serve empire and faith. The labor beneath the earth, Persian workers toiled in suffocating shafts, chiseling rock with crude tools, guided by instinct and ancient knowledge. The work was slow, perilous, and relentless. A labor of generations that bore life from the depths. Above ground, Roman legions marched, engineers and slaves building grand channels with disciplined precision. The Anio Novus stretched over 80 kilometers, a marvel of industrial might. Rome's construction was militarized, a march of empire, fueled by force and bureaucracy. Two human costs, one communal and enduring, the other imperial and mechanized, woven into stone and sweat. Collapse and continuity. With Rome's fall, the aqueducts crumbled. Invading Goths severed lifelines. Neglect wrapped ruins in silence. By the 6th century, the glory of Roman waterworks lay broken, monuments to a forgotten order. But the story did not end. Centuries later, Renaissance engineers, inspired by the wisdom of Vitruvius and the pride of Rome, resurrected these ancient marvels, bridging past and present, echoing the eternal human quest to master water, to command life beneath earth and sky.